my people. How are you doing? The recent crisis between South Africa and other blacks in South Africa has continued to raise eyebrow and cause a lot of controversies because many people believed that South African blacks are xenophobic and are disaster to other blacks. I've listened to many commentaries and many situational reports, especially coming out from different African countries, where they insult, they bastardize, they mutilate people because they are in their country. I don't know why South South Africans will continue to behave like this, insulting and degrading and also abusing their fellow blacks. I was expecting that the United Nations, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, the African Union, and other parent organizations would come up and tackle this issue and let it be put in the limelight for everybody to see. But the problem is that when anything happens to Africans, the body that is supposed to govern and take charge of all these things don't really care. They don't also do anything to see that the people are taken care of. If you check very well, they are talking about immigration. When they talk about immigration, what is even the immigration? In the United States, in the United Nations Charter, people have the freedom to move from one place to another as long as they move there legally. When you try to impose law into your hand and say people are in your country illegally, and instead of the security agencies or the immigration to take law, you, the people, are the one taking the laws into your hand, trying to kill, arrest, seize, and also steal people's goods and services in the name of protest against immigration or immigrants. It is very, very barbaric. These are the same people that fought for your freedom during the apartheid. These are the same people that forced the West, fought the Africans to allow you people to have a breath of fresh air. And today, you say they are the one taking your jobs, they are the one making your life miserable, they are the one taking your women, they are the one not making you have a better life. People travel from Africa to abroad. They travel to the US, to other European countries, they travel to Asia. They have never been this insulted. Now this is happening in a continent, a black continent, that is Africans fighting Africans. In Europe, they have this agreement within their country that people could move, you can move around this country as long as you are from you are from one of the European countries. In other African countries, you are not even you don't even have that power to say you want to move around or trade freely. What the South Africans are doing is sending a very bad signal to the world that Africans are not united. And this is going to really cause every African outside Africa. Because if your own people in Nigeria or in South Africa or in any of these African countries cannot respect you as an African, as a black person with a black skin, then how do you want somebody from America, US, from the US or England, Canada, or any other place to see you as someone that should be respected? South Africans are not going to be left behind because they also go for tourism. They also travel for better life out abroad. So if they keep chasing people that comes to their country to either work, school, or do some other things, because of they are not getting job, then it's going to be difficult for them when they go to other countries. The world is watching. The world is really watching. So I urge the South African government, which is now seeing, it is now glaring that the South African government are the ones sponsoring this tension. They are the ones sponsoring it, and I want to give kudos to our National Assembly, that is Nigeria, for speaking out and for defending the people, because you cannot insult people while you have businesses running in their countries. You can see now innocent people that are living in other countries are the ones bearing the consequences, because they are the ones that are being chased out of their own countries. Now, I saw the one that happened in Zimbabwe, I saw the one that happened in Angola, I saw the one that happened in Malawi, and there was one that happened in Nigeria that they went to the to MTN office to complain that the South African businesses should go out, and even the Senate and the House of Rep members are saying it also. So we should think properly before acting, because coming out to say, okay, you are fighting for your right, this thing that we are even talking about, the black South Africans cannot even try and near the Africans, that is the white South Africans. They cannot near their territory. You know, when somebody has grudge and hatred for their color, this is the result. So I'm urging the Nigerian government and other African government, and if the African Union likes, they should act, because this has been happening and they have been mute. They are not doing anything, because normally this kind of thing calls for sanction. It calls for sanction, but nobody is saying anything. Nobody is doing anything. It calls for sanction. That people's property, people's lives, and the videos are everywhere on the net. The videos are evidence are everywhere, and the South African minister came out to defend those callous acts. These are the mentality of people that you see, that you think that you are in a country. Well, a lot of people that want to, Malema was saying that if you go to South Africa, you will see that most of the businesses that is owned are owned by the whites. Not the blacks that are supposed to own are busy drinking beer in one of the small brothels or some of the bar. They don't work. They don't want to do anything. Theirs is to wake up in the morning and go and drink. They don't do anything. Then those people that are hardworking, you want to take their job. Okay, now there are some videos that are circulating. Most of the businesses that they collected their shops, they collected their stores. They have stolen everything. I saw one which they sat there. They were taking shisha, drinking beer inside the store. These are the people that say they don't have job. They want to do this, that immigrants will go. Time is coming that they will start eating themselves. They say when dog eats dogs, is news. So we'll see how things will go. So I urge other African nations, other Africans, to try and repatriate and bring back their citizens take back their citizens from South Africa, because the environment is not conducive for anybody. It's not really conducive for anybody, and the government also should try and assist them to see that they don't suffer for it, because this wasn't planned. It was the disgusting attitude of the South African people, that is the black South Africans. It was their disgusting attitude, and it's going to break a lot of hearts, a lot of homes, because most people intermarriage, they marry foreigners, they marry South Africans, and South Africans marry foreigners. So some parents have been left to go to return to their country, leaving their family and their wife back in South Africa. So I hope this is going to get better, and the government is going to resolve this issue. Thanks for watching, and I would like to hear your comments in the comment section. Peace out.